in this video we'll be looking into the best uses of e-commerce email marketing, welcome flow, and what's the best practice for it. Why? Because your job as an entrepreneur is to make sure that you turn those emails into as many dollars as often as possible. And this e-commerce email marketing welcome flow I'm about to show you can essentially get you on average 4 times the open rate, 5 times the click-through rate as a standard email marketing campaign, and it can also generate on average up to 320% more revenue per email than any other promotional emails. We're also looking at an amazing conversion rate that can get as high as 25%, which is huge, by the way, because the typical e-commerce conversion rate is somewhere between really like 1 to 4%. So if we're talking about 25%, we're essentially talking about getting 1 sale out of every 4 subscribers to buy a product from you every time you send an email. Not bad, right? So regardless if you're new to e-commerce marketing, and regardless if you've been in the game for a while, stick until the end because this information will help you turn your emails into real dollars as easy as possible and as fast as possible with an e-commerce email marketing welcome flow. Hi, my name is Silvia Myers and I am one of the co-founders of the Traffic Ninjas. Hoo-yah! And if you're new to us and this channel, we talk about the little known untapped ways in e-commerce and how to make it work for you with limited resources real fast, because just like you guys, we are also small business owners. We don't have all this money and all this time to essentially work on strategies that will not turn into anything valuable for the business. We've been on this path for a while so that you don't have to. So guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification that you don't miss out. Okay, awesome. So let's talk about the most effective ways on how to turn your subscribers into actual paying customers, okay? Think about it. Somebody opted into your database, somebody has given you their email address. So now it's kind of like helping them cross a large bridge. What does it mean? Like, it's definitely doable for somebody to cross a huge, really big bridge, but we need to show them the path. We need to show them where to go and how to cross that. We need to hold their hands while they're crossing it, and we can't expect anybody to just jump over that bridge. So that's why we compare turning those emails into dollars with an e-commerce marketing welcome flow, kind of like crossing a bridge. And the easiest way to cross that bridge is straight after they signed up to your mailing list. Often somebody signs up to your mailing list and you don't send them anything for 2 weeks. Like, come on, like they've signed up to your email list. That's when they are the hottest. That's when you need to cook it. Like, think about it. You might already be paying for them to come to your website. Some of you are running Facebook ads or Google ads, or some of you are paying your affiliates. And even if your conversion rate is quite good in e-commerce, which could be like 3 to 4%, it means that 96 or out of every 100 visitors will just not buy anything. Okay, that's huge. But many of those who will not buy will be happy to give you their email address. And that's very, very, very important. They just need a little bit longer to get convinced. So imagine that you can give those people the opportunity to become a customer, and imagine that 10% of these guys takes it up. Like, how would that change your conversion rate? You know, how would that change your profitability of your business? And how would this change the ability to sell to these people again and again and again? So a simple e-commerce email marketing welcome flow essentially helps us do that. We use these sequences or these flows to help people who just opted into our email cross that bridge. And there's just some few simple principles. It needs to be very highly visual. We need to give them essentially some incentive. It's simple to set up, and once it's done, it's done. So let's have a look what to put into these emails step by step, word by word. This 7-day e-commerce email marketing welcome flow is super simple. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be giving you all of the word by word and subject line by subject line. And you can essentially take a screenshot of all of these, and it's so effective. Like, I'm really excited about that. So email number 1, like when first people opt into our database, what you want to make sure is that you essentially communicate something between us and them. So people are opting to your email list because they feel that there is something in it for them. So rather than just selling them a product, you want to make them feel like, oh my God, this is so much more than just a store. It's essentially a community. You need to be speaking to your customer really through what they love and what they desire. So that's email number 1. Email number 2, You can tell them a little bit more about the business, how it started, and remind them that, hey, there is a special offer here. We started because da-da-da, and here's an offer to achieve your desires. And I'm going to go a little bit into more detail with each of these and more text to use. Email number 3 or day number 3, you essentially start suggesting products. Hey, you might like these products, and I just want to remind you that soon this is going to be expiring. Day 4, you can also show them some reviews and what other people are saying about your brand, about your product. Essentially, you give them social proof, remind them that the offer is about to expire soon, and just give them a little nudge to take advantage of that. Day number 5, you want to kind of tell them to a virtual world. Hey, imagine you would achieve all of these dreams and desires. We also refer to that as future pacing. And you could also show them some of your best images of your product and start really going a little bit harder on that urgency. Hey, your special offer, the incentive that I've offered you to join my email list, is about to expire soon. Day number 6, you kind of tell them a little bit more about your business. What's your purpose? But your purpose, you really want to be addressing what your ideal customer desires. And optionally, you can offer an additional bonus, but honestly, you don't have to. You just remind them of the urgency again. And day 7 is kind of optional. It's a courtesy reminder. The offer expires today. The email is going to be super short. You're just going to show them the coupon or something that they opted in and say, hey, courtesy reminder expires today. So guys, real quick, take a screenshot of this if you want to use it, because we are going to be moving right along to email number 1. So email number 1 or day number 1, I'm going to use my face here. So essentially, this is your subject line. You are one of us, and then you add the first name, or you are in the first name. So essentially, you want to celebrate that this person has opted in to your email list. And I know, guys, you are like, hey, but I'm just selling products. Honestly, you are not just selling products. You have a business, and your customers are buying your story. They buy the fact that you've got something special that nobody else does. And if you include them inside your community, your conversion rate will literally skyrocket. So this is a suggestion you could be using inside the body of your email. Hey, you're one of us. So awesome. You can insert your brand name. This is the destination for everything, again, that customer needs to achieve their desires. So let me give you an example. Hey, you're one of us. That's awesome. Our brand, whatever your brand name is the destination for everything a woman needs when she's building her perfect home, for example, right? Our welcome gift to you, and then you can just say what that offer is. I don't know, take 15% off your first order at checkout with this code. Shop now. Super simple, right? But you do want to make them feel welcome, that it's just like they're part of something. Now, for each and every one of these emails, always remember to make them visual. So they need to be images of your product and of your ideal customer. That's really important. Email number 2. And day number 2, you want to talk about why you started this business. So, love your home, Jess. Enjoy the ride, John. Feel beautiful, Jessica, right? These are just some ideas for the subject line. Just start thinking as to what your ideal customer is kind of desiring. What are they feeling? How do they want to feel? Okay. So again, you want to tell them that, hey, we love beautiful homes, and we want to achieve women to build amazing, or we want to help people to build beautiful homes, even if they're at a budget, for example, right? And since we couldn't find anything else on the market that was like this, we had to create our own. People love when you kind of tell them a little of your backstory, even if it's just in one sentence, guys, even if it's just one sentence, and then remind them of the offer once again. Email number 3 or day number 3, this is where you start suggesting products. And you can say, hey, these are the rugs you will love, or these are the moisturizers that are to die for, these are the soaps that you will absolutely love the scent of, or these are, I don't know, the tops that will make you look fantastic. And again, you talk about a little bit more about the product, but in a more emotional way, right? We don't want to just say, hey, we sell t-shirts, and hey, we sell candles. We want to always give a little bit of a backstory, right? That's really important for small boutique business. Like, hey, we've created these scented candles with only goal in mind, to make you feel at peace every single evening when you come from work and you are so stressed out and you've got to put kids to bed and blah 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 blah, right? So you essentially want to really get into what your customer is looking for and what your customer loves. All of our products are handmade and handmade, sustainably sourced, made from highest quality ingredients, whatever that is, and you just remind them of what the code is. But again, remember, make this visual. Email number 4 is essentially social proof. It's all about what others are saying, customer reviews. You can even put a customer review or customer quote inside the subject line, like, "Oh my God, by far the best gloves I've ever worn," or "Opening the spa box was like smelling heaven," or "The most beautiful ring I've ever had," something like that. And again, you tell them a little bit more about your products. Our products are designed to make you feel like you are, on holidays every single day. Or our rugs are designed to keep your kids healthy even if they've got allergies, for example. But don't just take our word for it. Here are what others say. And you can just put images, screenshots of 5-star reviews that you received. And again, you remind them of the offer and off you go. You just leave that. Day number 5, you essentially do what we call future pacing. Like the subject line needs to start showing a little bit of urgency, but you're essentially saying like, "Hey, 48 hours left to claim your offer." And then you go, "Hey, imagine you achieve this and this and this. This could be you. There is less than 48 hours left to claim this offer. Don't wait. Get it now." So kind of super simple. Again, guys, make it a bit more visual to make your customers really want your product. Email number 6, our purpose. Again, you talk a little bit more about why you started your business and kind of the bigger picture, okay? And remind them in the subject line of the urgency, like 1 day left to 50% off or whatever your offer is. So our purpose is to help you. You always talk about your customer, okay? Always about your customer. Our purpose is to help all parents feel rejuvenated at the end of the day or whatever that is, okay? And then remind them of the special offer. And that's essentially for email number 6 and day number 6. Email number 7 and day number 7 is super short. It's essentially just a courtesy reminder. So you can do subject line that essentially says courtesy reminder, or you can do something like going, gone, or done. This offer this email is just a courtesy reminder that your special offer is about to go away. Once the clock ticks over midnight, this special offer will disappear. Get it now or miss out. The choice is yours. So guys, super simple, 7-day sequence, super simple e-commerce email marketing welcome flow. We will talk about the tools in just a moment. If you need to take a snapshot, a screenshot of what those 7 days are, just rewind this video, pause, and take that screenshot. But anyway, guys, anybody can do this. The really important part is to get it done. Some of our customers have had incredible results with this email marketing welcome flow. So honestly, all you have to do is just put this inside your tool and then collect those dollars. Okay, so now you've got your sequence. You know exactly what you want to say and how many days you want to run it for. So let's now talk about the best use of tools that you can use for your e-commerce email marketing welcome flow if you don't have any tools yet and you want to set it up. There are many e-commerce email marketing tools, but there are 3 that I prefer depending on what stage you're at. I prefer MailChimp if you're just starting out, Klaviyo if you're on Shopify, and ActiveCampaign if you want to be essentially most sophisticated with your e-commerce email marketing and set up a more sophisticated welcome flow. So MailChimp is really great and super easy, and it's cheap to start with. It's quite intuitive and it's very simple to set up. You don't need to be an e-commerce email marketing whiz, that's for sure. Klaviyo is great because it integrates really well with Shopify and with different tools. So it's great for tracking, and if it's worth anything, in my opinion, it's quite intuitive and looks great too. However, if you want to get more sophisticated with your tool, with your flows, and have lots of if-then, because some people will be in many sequences at once. And so you don't essentially want to be sending them 10 different emails at the same time, right? So if you want to set up more sophisticated flows or sequences, you might want to use ActiveCampaign. It's not very pretty. It's not, in my opinion, very user-friendly, but it's very sophisticated and it does allow you to do lots of kind of like if, then, lots of conditions as to who goes to which sequence when. So once you have many sequences, not just one, e-commerce email marketing welcome flow active campaign might be right for you. So guys, remember, when it comes to e-commerce email marketing welcome flow, the money is in making it happen, okay? It's super simple, but you've got to be in it to win it. You've got to set it up. Once it's done, it's done. So if you haven't subscribed yet, right now hit the like button. Make sure you also leave us your comments. You let us know what you thought of this video and what you would like to see in the future. And for more resources on e-commerce email marketing, just click on the next video and I'll see you later. Bye.